Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with
Thunder Buddy 01.
And forgive me for the way my voice sounds right now, but I'm going to try to overcome it. In this episode of Radio Reviews, we're going to be taking a look at, well, obviously, the radio that started the REEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEeEeEeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee A.
We will also be taking a look at the
What the voice crack?
We will also be taking a look at the Reecom R-1650 D, and we'll be comparing those two to Mr. Stupid. I almost called you Mr. C.
You can call me Stee or Ree, but I'm the big Ree. You're the big Stee.
We'll also be taking these two Reecoms and comparing them to Clay's Reecom R-1650 C.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking.
What's the point of reviewing these radios? You already did it, and they're basically the same thing.
Well, they're not. So, deal with it. But anyway, history of the Reecom. R-1650 at least, and the 30. I don't know if the same applies to the 30, but I'm pretty sure it does. But the Reecom started back in 2002. According to this old Reecom R-1650 A, this is what started the entire Reecom lineup of the 1630s and the 1650s. And it evolved from the A to the B, which we don't have, the C, and then the D.
Giggity.
And in this video, yes, the D is giggity. And we will be comparing each and every Reecom on this table right now, just to show you guys the subtle differences between all three of these radios, because trust me, there are differences in these radios. You just don't see them until you get into the details. So, first thing we're going to start off with is the button beeps and the siren test. First thing we're going to do is the button beeps. Now, here it is on the Reecom R-1650 A. And here it is on the R-1650 C. And finally the D. Giggity. Yeah, the Reecom R-1650A's button beeps sound slightly lower in terms of volume, but it also sounds slightly different too, like it has a different style crackle to it, if you will. Now, you're probably thinking, what's the difference with the siren? Well, here it is on the R-1650A. And here it is on the C.
And it's back!
And here it is on the D. It's the same thing, but much louder indeed. And keep in mind, the D will go all the way up to volume 24. The C and the A only go up to volume 16.
Actually, to demonstrate that, siren volume
24. And if we go to siren volume on here, 16. That's the highest it can go.
And I don't think the A has an adjustable siren volume.
No, but it... Yeah. That's one way to show that it goes up to 16 only. That one goes all the way up to 24. Probably has a newer speaker and everything, but... oh well. So, next feature we're going to get into, and that would be the screen displays.
Next up is the screen Next up in this segment, sorry for the little spaz, is the screen layout. So we're gonna start over here with the Reecom R-1650 A. So as you can tell,
Oh god, the lighting's absolute shit on the screen.
but as you can tell, date and time basically the same.
Oh, I feel like there we go.
But the faceplate,
Oh god, the battery's almost low. That's perfect.
so
Don't you just love it?
so the lights on the top, a statement, watch, and warning, just like any radio made before 2003. This one doesn't have the public alert logo,
Nope.
nor the NOAA logo. Only has this NOAA Weather Radio logo.
Yeah.
And this one says 7-channel. I don't know if you can see it.
Let me try to get into the lighting here so you can see it. There we go. You can barely see it, but it says right here on the bottom. If it'll focus.
Well, let me get my flashlight. So hopefully
There we go. 7-channel weather hazard alert radio. That's what it says on the bottom. Whereas on the newer Reecoms, to carry on from what he was saying, here's my R-1650C. Now, as you can see, oh man, it's not focusing again. Oh wait, there we go. But as you can see by the faceplate, it doesn't have the NOAA logo or the public alert logo on the faceplate, and it has warning, watch, and advisory or statement. But on the bottom, it says weather, all hazard alerts, public safety alerts radio. That's what it says. Public safety alerts radio. That's what it says on the D. Not the D, the C.
C.
The C, my bad. But here's the R-1650D, which is the latest version of the Reecom. Now, this one does have the NOAA logo and the public alert logo on the faceplate. But, carrying on from what the Reecom R-1650C says on the bottom of the faceplate, it says weather / all hazards alert / public safety alert radio. It doesn't say public safety alerts radio, all hazard alerts, or public safety alerts radio. Instead, it just says all hazard alert, public safety alert radio. So that's how you can tell it's a newer version. But this on the bottom is a 7-channel weather / hazard alert radio. And the button beeps are just killer. Like the nostalgia is real. I just love it. But anyway, we are going into the next feature on this radio, so let's go ahead and get carried on with that. Alright, so we got our iPod Touch 3rd gen right here, along with an RCA to 3.5mm cable right here for self-activation. This, if you want to do self-activation, this is what you need. The 2nd gens work too, but they don't work that well. The 3rd gens are the best. And this is the 3rd gen, so we're going to demonstrate how the alerts are shown on all 3 of these Reecoms. So first off, we're going to start off with the R-1650 A. So as you can see, we've been self-activating it quite a bit before we started this segment, and thank you. But yeah, you can see for required weekly test, as you can see, if we put the screen right here, you can see it only says weekly test. Kind of like how the 74210 says it, along with the Unit and Bearcat WX100. So yeah, we're going to self-activate it for some alerts right here, right now. So if we put it up here, alright, take this stuff out of here, I'll wrap it underneath your bag, there we go, alright. Let's activate it for radiological hazard warning. As you can see, instead of saying radiological hazard warning, it just says radiologia hazard. And it doesn't scroll to anything else. Now, if we plug it into the R-1650C, this will be the first time my Reecom will ever activate for any other warning that is not relayed by NWR through self-activation. So, I'm going to put this in here. Put this on channel 2. Okay. Now let's see what it looks like in the R-1650C. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on.
Maybe try adjusting the volume on the iPod.
Thanks.
Sorry, no problem. Had it for a minute.
I know. Yes. That's how it scrolls. On the newer ones, it scrolls like this. Radiological hazard warning. Now let's plug it into Nicholas's Reecom R-1650 A, the latest Reecom in the lineup.
I thought it was white in the external antenna, but I guess that could work.
Yeah, that will work. I mean, it doesn't matter really. Hold on. And there you go. So yeah, as you can see, it scrolls just like the R-1650C, but the light is much brighter. Much brighter. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's really brighter than the R-1650C and the A combined. Because as you can clearly see, if I may, you can see the trio of lights. There's the A, somewhat dim in my opinion. There's the C, and there is the D. Like, all three lights are on. The A is the dimmest, and the D is the brightest. Mostly because it's newer. But let's activate it for other alerts besides radiological hazard warning. Like, I know an alert that can be comparable to the newer ones and the older ones. So let's get out the R-1650 A out again for self-activation. So let's put it in. And... alrighty. Let's put that in. Alright. You, Nicholas.
Alright.
Surprise me.
Let's see.
The 911 phone. The 911 phone.
Yep. I got it. Yep. 911 telephone outage emergency. Yeah. There it is. 911 phone outage. That's how it's displayed on the R-1650 A. Now let's plug it into the R-1650C and then the D. So, actually, to save time, let's see if we can activate both Reecoms at the same time. I don't know if this will work, but it's worth a shot, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. Try it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh, starting to work.
Only on that one. Alright, now we can try this one. You got it, man. You got it.
Oh, no, that's not. Yeah.
That won't work at all. Hey! And there it is on there. So if we bring these radios right here, you can see on the R-1650A it displays it with the warning light and as 911 phone outage. And on the R-1650C and the D, you can see they are both flashing the advisory lights and say 911 telephone outage.
Emergency.
No, they don't say emergency. Oh wait, yeah, they do. My bad. Yeah. They say 911 telephone outage emergency. I forgot. Emergency comes up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
On the Reecoms. But yeah, there is another alert. There's another alert that none of us want to get. Me especially. You probably already know what it is, Nicholas.
Amber alerts.
Yep. So let's go ahead and hook this up to the R-1650A and compare that. Look how scary that is. Just to see that, any Amber Alert is scary, but look the way the warning light is on and the way it just says child abduct. That's pretty freaking scary, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And this radio is an older version, so it has an excuse to scare people. But anyway, let's try the R-1650C. And I actually got an Amber Alert relayed over KHC-27 on this very Reecom, so it's not going to be any surprise to me, but play it. Too quiet. Oh, wait. Too quiet. Alright, try it again.
Actually, why don't we see if it'll activate with the radio, with the broadcast turned off.
Yeah, let's see it. Alright, let's see.
It must be too loud. Alright, try it again.
That's not what we want.
Yes, you got it. Oh, man. Just to see CAE on a Reecom instantly brings me back to May 29th.
But you guys get the idea. Most Reecoms, well, most of the older radios in general decode the alerts differently.
Yeah, like, for instance, on the 2003 261, for 911 telephone outage emergencies, it shines 911 phone outage with the warning light. But on the 2004 261, which we will which we will review soon, that one displays it as 911 phone outage with the advisory light.
Yeah.
So let's see how CAE comes up on CAE.
You get the idea.
Let's see how CAE's come up on the D.
Oh, that was too quiet.
You got it. One of the most horrible alerts you can ever receive. But yeah, You guys get the point. On the A's, they say child abduct. On the C's and the D's and the B's, I assume,
Yeah.
they say child abduction emergency. With the advisory light, but still. Amber alerts suck. But that's the self-activation and the comparison for the alerts on all three of these Reecoms. So, yeet. And it's really weird just to see 3 R-1650s just sitting there.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion on these Reecoms, I should say. In conclusion on these Reecoms, regardless of how old they are, regardless of what version they are all great and reliable radios. From the start of 2002 with the R-1650 A, all the way up to the R-1650 D, made as new as 2011. These radios really make their mark in the history of the EAS community because they are really reliable and dependable radios. Plus they have that unique siren. And the older ones kind of follow up from that one. And to the newer ones, they shall continue beeping like mad during alerts. So, that's pretty much it for this episode of Radio Reviews. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to comment down below. Subscribe to my channel for future videos like these. And also subscribe to
Thunderbuddy 01.
the big brother that I never had for more videos that are similar to mine. So, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you in the next episode of Radio Reviews.
Sharpie.